This is your set of questions. So the digits 1 through 5 are used for a set of locker codes. So you have three combination questions here. Okay, so the first one, look for a pattern. Suppose the digits cannot repeat. So this is the key phrase right here. You cannot repeat. And you have numbers 1 through 5. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the numbers that you can choose for your locker codes. Find the number of possible two-digit codes. So we want the number to know the number of combinations of two-digit codes. So a sample of this would be 1 2. That will be your code 1 2, or it could be 2 4. It could be 3 5. It could be 1 5. So these are sample two-digit combinations. So the question is, how many of those can you make out of numbers 1 through 5 if you cannot repeat the number? So meaning 2 2 cannot be a code in this case because 2 and 2 have repeated. Okay, so for something like this, the key is this part right here. It says cannot repeat. So this is without repetition. You want to know how many numbers to choose from, which is in this case 5, and you want to find out how many digits you need for the code. So for the first one, you have a two-digit code. We want to find out how many combinations are there. So I want to visualize it by using this. I'm gonna put like one line right here. This is where in this box right here will be the first digit of your two-digit code. And then you will have a second box for the next digit of your two-digit code. Since you have 5 to choose from on the first box, you will have 5 numbers to choose from, right? So it could be 1 2 3 4 5 as your first number. Now, say you have chosen 1, that 1 cannot repeat anymore. So, therefore, how many numbers can you use for the second number? Therefore, you will only have 4 left, right? Because you cannot repeat. And since you only have two digits, you only have all these combinations. All you got to do is multiply that. So 5 times 4. So therefore, you have 20 possible combinations here for a two-digit code um, between with numbers 1 to 5 where the digits cannot repeat. Okay. Now we have three-digit codes, right? How many would that be? Because that's also another question here. So if you have three-digit codes, then you will have three boxes. Okay, each box will be where the number of possible digits for each one. Okay, so for the first one, you will have 5 numbers to choose from, right? And then once you have chosen one number, you cannot repeat that number. So therefore, on the second box, you will only have 4 numbers to choose from. Now you have chosen one number, another number, so therefore you have chosen two different numbers now, and you cannot repeat those two numbers. So therefore, out of 5 numbers, you have taken out 2, you only have 3 left. And so all you got to do is multiply all of these numbers. 5 times 4, that's 20, times 3, that's 60. So therefore, you will have 60 combinations here. Okay. All right. And then the last one here is describe any pattern. So you should be able to see the pattern here, and then predict how many possible 5-digit codes. So I also need to do a 5-digit code. All right, so now you have 5-digit code, so you will do 5 little boxes right here where you'll put in each box a number of possible numbers that you can put in each box. Okay, so the first one you will have 5 numbers to choose from. You have taken out one for that first box, so therefore, how many do you have left? You will have 4 left. Now you have chosen 2 numbers, one number here, one number here, so therefore you have 3 numbers left. And then on the fourth box, you will have 2 numbers left and then one number left. And after this, to find the combinations, all you gotta do is multiply all these numbers. 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is equal to 120 combinations. Now, the important thing here is you take note that this is again a no repetition type of number of combinations, okay? Because in letter B, you're supposed to repeat the same process, but you have a repetition, okay? So repeat part A, but allow digits to repeat. So I'm not gonna fully answer all of these, but I'm gonna give you some example, okay? So for the two-digit combinations, so you have first box for the first digit, second box for the third digit. So how many numbers can you potentially put on the first box? Well, you have 5 numbers to choose from, so therefore 5. Okay, so you have 5 possible numbers. Now, say for instance you have chosen 4 as your first number, but then you're allowed to repeat. So therefore, on the second box, since you're allowed to repeat 4, you will still have five possible numbers to choose from on the second box, right? Because you're allowed to repeat that number. So therefore, their total combination here is going to be 25 combinations. Okay, so there are more. That's why it's harder when you can repeat numbers, because you will have more combinations. As a 20 as opposed to 25, 20 combinations is easier to guess, right? So I'd like you to answer number three on your own, three-digit combinations and the five-digit combinations. Now I'm gonna give you another example, which is a four-digit combination, four digit with repetition. Okay, so you can repeat this. So you have four boxes for the four digits, so four numbers in your code. So since you can repeat the first one, you have five possible ones. Since you can repeat, you have five also here, and five also here. When you multiply all of that, five times five times five times five, you have 625. 625 625 combinations. Okay, so this is a four digit with repetition. So now you could probably answer three and five, number of combinations, digits. Now letter C, justify reasoning. Suppose that a gym plans to use a numbered locker codes, just like letter A and letter B, by choosing the digits at random. Should the gym use codes in which digits can repeat or not? So this one you kind of think for yourself. I'm gonna give you like a guide. So compare this two digit and this other two digit from with repetition and without repetition. Which one of these do you think will be harder to guess if it's a two digit combinations? Is it easier to guess the code when you have 25 options or when you have 20 options? Okay. Once you answer your three digit and five digit, you can also compare them. Three is to three, and then five is to five, and see which one is it the same. Is the one with repeat always have more combinations? And then from there, you can reason which one would be harder to guess. Would it be harder to guess if you can repeat or not? Okay. All right. Good luck with your assignment.